Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is part 2 about making an easy Christmas ornament. On this one, I didn't embellish it or add any bling to it. I could have made it engrave the rest of the snowflake into the circle, and that's just personal preference where you want to do that, and I'm just going to do one of them. But this is real easy. Just bring your snowflake, and if you didn't watch the first video, you really need to watch the first video. Now, I did make my contour quite a bit larger like I did on this one to give me some room. And if you look what it looks like there, it's going to not interfere with the engraving of the other word. So we're going to set our nudge factor on 4.5. We're going to Control D and make a duplicate and make 2 purpley different duplicates. Now get the virtual segment delete key and delete. Okay, we need to convert it to a curve because it's still a text, and then it'll delete. Just delete all this outside stuff that we don't want or need. You need to just make sure you get them all, and I talked about that in the first video. You need to make sure that it, the wood will stay together. And this is just do this right here. Now we're going to embellish this. So we're going to take our snowflake now and turn it black and make it something other than a hairline so it will engrave. And we are going to scale to object just in case we make it bigger, which we're not because it's already 4 inches. And now I'm going to do just the opposite. I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete the inside. It's still a curve, or it's not a curve yet. So maybe do that before you make your 2 copies. And then just look at this real close. And if you remember, those 2 pieces are going to cut. So now you've got that selected, just nudge it back over. So now when we put our ring, hold down the control button, make a perfect circle, and make it 4 inches. And hit P. Well, I didn't start off in the center of the page, but you ought to be able to eyeball it pretty close. So that's why you want to start in the center of the page and actually start it off with 4 inches. So hold down the control button, hold down the shift button, and it'll grow from the outside. And then that way the snowflake looks like it's cut out and still here. Then when you bring your name up, and yes, I have a grandnephew that's named Ford, and it embellishes it a little bit, adds a little bling. It doesn't take very much time. It's going to take just a few seconds more to engrave it, and then get rid of everything else on your page and go with that. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.